Breast Cancer Awareness Month ends tonight, but the fight for the 1 in 8 women diagnosed does not.
WESH 2's Nancy Alvarez spoke with one family whose story reflects what so many face while also fighting for their lives.
My mom's mom, and my mom as a young girl, and my Aunt Norma as a young girl.
Look at you, beautiful.
She was the May Queen in high school.
And a cheerleader.
At 90 years old, Joanne Ramey has plenty to smile about when she reflects on her life. But she's moved to tears by how many times she's had to confront breast cancer. Her own, stage 1, when she was 70, the same disease that took her mother at the age of 50, her sister at 68, and then later her daughter Kathy, diagnosed with stage 4 at the age of 53.
They were always fighters to the very end. Never gave up.
But Joanne and her daughter Susan have vivid memories of another fight, the one Kathy faced with her insurance company, her bills and the costs of her treatments. And then, after a mastectomy on her left breast, Kathy was denied coverage for reconstructive surgery.
She wore baggy tops a lot to just kind of hide the dent in her chest.
It's cruel.
It is. I mean, she already felt bad enough as it was going through everything.
Years later, Susan also battles insurance as she tries to be proactive given her family history. When her doctor recommended yearly ultrasounds in addition to mammograms because of her dense breast tissue, her insurance denied her full coverage. Susan pays the $100 out of pocket, but wonders about women who can't.
Can you see how this could deter women from taking the extra steps they need to take
yes.
for their lives?
Yes, I can see that very easily because there's been times when bills have been tight that $100 even at certain times of the month could be too much.
It's a scenario Robin Maynard Harris sees every day.
And what we really need to do is what you're doing, spread awareness to the insurance issues. People are aware of breast cancer. I mean, seriously, people are aware, but how are they going to get that paid for?
Robin founded Libby's Legacy Breast Cancer Foundation in honor of her late mother. The nonprofit partners with providers across more than a dozen counties, so uninsured or underinsured women don't fall through the cracks.
But if it's ultrasound, biopsy, MRI, that's where the wait starts to be.
This board shows the cases Robin's team is working on now. We covered patients' names for privacy, but you can see their ages, all but 2 under the age of 50.
We've got 31, 32, 37, 35.
Women, Robin says, can't pay thousands of dollars out of pocket for an MRI or shouldn't have to wait months between a mammogram and a biopsy because of delays due to insurance.
The reason you have to have a mammogram every year is because you don't know what happens in that 1 year. So what's happening in those 3 months? Especially with a triple negative or a super aggressive or a young woman. So that delay can go from stage 1 to stage 2. It could double in size. We've seen it happen. Triple in size.
They're putting lives on the line.
They're putting lives on the line. They really are.
It's an issue Robin says needs to be front and center when we talk about breast cancer awareness for women like Susan who want a fighting chance.
If a recommendation comes through and they have a family history, they have to have that service. They shouldn't have to wait. They shouldn't have to fight for it. It should be a given. It's a doctor's recommendation, not a CEO's decision.
Nancy Alvarez, WESH 2 News.
The Women's Health and Cancer Rights Act was signed into law in 1998, and it offers some protections for women who are diagnosed with or should be familiar with. That includes requiring most insurers to cover reconstruction after a mastectomy. We do have a link for more information on those protections, as well as a link to Libby's Legacy on WESH.com.